and back as much as I can. Today's crawl spot. It has been so long since I've been down here. John Redmond Reservoir. You got a spot you can park right up in here, jump down into the river. Jump down to the river right there. Sounds like it's flowing pretty good off the dam. Oh, you can get down to it maybe from the other side. Not sure. Generally when it's low, frozen, you can get down in there and play. These rocks out here are so killer. Not sure what they are, some sort of sandstone slate. Parking spot over there, that's pretty big. And the one down here is bathrooms. This would be a killer spot for a competition sometime. We got a chopped up rig that I've been working on, and we got the Marksman out here today. Wheel. But I came out here to play. Playing with you's part of it. But hey, that's my ankle. This is my friend, my kiddo, Bobber. But that's mine. That's mine. I can't let you run free out here, so you're gonna have to deal with it, okay? Balder. I need to get you brushed out too today. So take a quick peek here. Oh, like I said, John Redmond Reservoir. Beautiful coloring in these rocks. Love the rusty. Greens, yellows, oranges. But you can bring any rig out here, any size rig, and play. Right through here is pretty nice. And then gradually, as you come over, things will get chunkier and chunkier. Hey, at least you're out, bud. I don't care. I'll play with you here in a bit. And yeah, just a ton of rock out here you can play around on all day. Amenities. Bring your kiddos out. Pets, but I know they gotta stay on a leash. And we're gonna goof off a bit and get going. Here we go. So stock Redcat Marksman. It does get some, what was it, Ghoul RC aluminum beadlocks, which don't seem to be too bad. Had a little issue fitting up the tires, but I think that was just because they were on the stock plastic rims so damn long. But seemed to be pretty good. It's got some blue and jar foams in it that are cut here and there. We did throw a Apex 35 turn motor in this thing. I cannot get a way to gear it down. There are no diff gears. Shit, I hit the wrong button. There are no diff gears for this that I can find to get overdrive or underdrive. Short of modifying the transfer case that has gear reduction in it to this with specific output placements, which is going to be a headache. So other than that, cut these out. I'm getting ready to throw some shot keys on it when they come in. See if I can't get some more play out of this girl. Did some grinding and stuff on it. Relocating. Panhard bar. There's some bent links on her. And let's see. We're gonna try this out. But that front axle I put in the middle holes, and the top I put in the outside. It's almost completely opposite of the rear. But I wanted that straight up pinion. Just, oh, it was, yeah. We're just trying it out. So we're gonna get to playing around. Alright. So I was up in the rocks crawling, letting this phone charge up a little bit, and noticed a problem. Now when I went in there and redid everything, I had to put me a bent link in there because I relocated that servo and got that servo horn right in dead center. But from there to there, we're okay, but right there you see that body lift. Starts some from the get-go, and I think it's that torque right there, and that knuckle, this way, right in there you start getting it really. Now, let's see if I can do this. Hang on, I may have to get a camera mount. Hopefully we can get this in frame. So, not so bad there at the end, and that is actually kind of where my knuckle on this side hits. And we took that screw out of there and completely ground that off. We still got the screw on the back and the 3 holding it directly in. Don't know if it'll work. Hold. Structurally wise, but we're gonna find out. There ain't nothing to get another axle. Plastic one. So, but one thing I noticed was, let's see, if I go up more, it definitely gets bad. But that's virtually eliminated. Same thing down now. That really gets pronounced, and that's almost virtually eliminated. I can deal with that, but most of the time I'm right in that area in the rocks to where if I was stopped and tried turning, man, it just. So I think we're gonna goof around with her a little bit. I believe we're gonna, it's probably gonna mess up my steering link, but we'll find out. If not, it ain't gonna be hard to fix. We're gonna move that steer rod up above, find some longer bolts, and we're gonna sandwich another ball nut in between and see how that does. Yeah. Let's do that. Be right back. Alright, show you what we did here. We added some ball links in there and brought that up above. We're gonna try that. See what happens here. Brings that steer link up to about the same height as that Panhard. Now my biggest issue with trying to modify these parts have been that knuckle right there. Look at the angle on this thing when you turn it. Look at how that tracks down and up. Definitely not in a straight line. And this side is completely opposite. When this tracks down, that's up. When that's down, that's up. So that Panhard bar, as you see it, tilts back and forth. And it could be a lot worse. But we're gonna enter. I've just been tinkering. Sometimes it works, sometimes I just bodge the shit out of it. But yeah, let's get the tires on it, see how it looks. Alright, time to tell. Got her powered on. I had to redo the center point up there. Got my steering trim out. So let's see if she sucks down. Still see some body movement there, but I like that. Let's see if I can get you guys. Let's see how she does under compression. So I'll sit there. So for down, does she move? Man, not much. I can feel a little bit of torque right there at the very end, but I know I'm also at the very max of my endpoints. That side. What about up? Right at the very end. Looks like we got some. A little bit throughout. May tinker with the length of our man, that's a lot better. Let's go see how this thing does. You'd eat it if I let you. That's why you don't get to run, bud. Alright, see if I can do any of this one-handed. Now I went with that 550 35 turn motor. Man, just trying to get some slow speed out of this thing. It's got a 9-tooth pinion sitting in it. And I've got a Holmes Hobbies 550 45 turn coming. And on eBay I found that Redcat 550 42 turn, which just was kind of an oddball, and I was like, well, why not? Man, it is nice being able to turn that thing when it's down low or high and not having to move that body around. That helped, that did help. But cool, something I did work for now. I found the blue, medium, and jars to be just a little bit stiff in the sidewalls in this. The center, man, compresses down nice. I liked how the center compresses down. Oh, they were really nice and pliable. But at the time you had no real flex in that sidewall. It was really hard. So I just went in there and every other one on the top, I just snipped maybe a 1/4 inch on the back side. And then every other one on the next layer down center between them, I did the same thing, just snipped maybe a 1/4 inch of that silicone in on each side. And that seemed to really help that sidewall, but we'll find out on the rocks here. Even with the 35 turn motor and 550 and a 550 9-tooth, this thing still don't have a drag brake that'll really hold it. There we go, right into that corner. Oh, I'm sorry everybody, but yeah. Bad, I like that. See if we can line up on it a little bit more centered. That conforms nice. If we hit it from the side, yeah, you can see that. That really does good. Don't quite go all the way down to the rim, but that ain't bad at all. See if we can get her up out of here. Sure we can get through that. Nice. Oh, I guess I better film that instead of looking off yonder. Here's the dam and spillway. Some really good fishing up here at John Redmond. Alright, so go down and see if we can't conquer something a little bit harder. Yeah, I want lower speed control. I've got the damn drag brake set. They're at max. Throttle punch. Honestly, throttle punch on that ESC, even set at the highest, gives me better low speed control than it seems at the low. So maybe that's what it's supposed to do. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of it backwards, but it's high. It just seemed to be a little bit smoother on the throttle going into it. I'm gonna experiment on shock placement on this too. I got some shot keys coming in that we're gonna throw on it. See if we can't get them shocks to extend out a little bit more and work a little bit more for us. 'Cause they seem to be pretty compact on this. That's not a bad little side hill for that thing. For being as heavy as she is. Those Gould RC rims, those got some heft to them now. Definitely had some weight. We'll wind up going with some brass extensions, or maybe the same size. Don't need it extended out any further, really. That would help, I think. So you can still rub a little bit with the fenders chopped off. Uh-oh. Oh, we're hung up on that back. Looks like a good spot to go up. Pay attention here. still think I want to locate a center gearbox for this thing with underdrive to it. I've seen a few, but it's the input and output shafts seem to be on the reverse side, like they just would not made up to where the motor sits in this. Keep looking, try to find out what we can find. Most everything I see is like a 1.67 to 1. Oh. A little more oomph on her. Come down through that or not. Oof. Yeah, we're just gonna go help her. We can go up the side of that. Our steering angle still ain't the greatest, but moves. Nature of the beast in the rocks, I guess. Just getting there. I do got some skid plates coming in for this. Should be here towards the end of the week. One of the guys in our RC groups 3D prints them. So we're gonna get them, throw them on. So I've noticed on these stuck, man, rocks do like to hang up in them. And they don't really seem, for being plastic, like to slide too much. Alright, we are going to have to call off the wraps in to get the dog out a little bit. I got to head down to the farm, see my mama, see if there's anything she needs me to do while we're out there. We got my other one out, but we got down here late. Shit, quit talking, pay attention here. Too many back roads getting down here. I don't much care for the highway scenes. So we hit old blacktop and gravel for a lot of our journeys. Laying there all peaceful and stuff. But not even gonna try this time. Alright everybody. This is me and Boulder saying goodbye. Man, you guys be blessed. Have a great night.